Hello students, welcome back. Today we will discuss some previous year's questions from ICSE class 10 exam from the topic acids and bases. Now students, the first we are going to discuss questions which were asked in this year, that is 2020 ICSE class 10 exam. Students, first question was fill in the blanks. An alkali which completely dissociates into ions is, and three alkalis were given: ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and lithium hydroxide. So students, you have to pick one out of these three options. So alkali, now student, ammonium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, all are water soluble, so they all are alkalis, but ammonium hydroxide is a weak alkali. Calcium hydroxide is also weak, and therefore the only option we are left with is lithium hydroxide, which is a strong alkali, and strong alkalis are the one which undergo complete dissociation into ions. So your answer is lithium hydroxide. Now the second part is the pH of acetic acid is greater than dilute sulfuric acid. So acetic acid contains dash concentration of hydronium ions or H positive ions, greater, same or low. Now students, pH of acetic acid is greater than dilute sulfuric acid, which means acetic acid is weaker acid than dilute sulfuric acid because uska pH ज़्यादा है, and since pH of acetic acid is greater, it is less acidic than sulfuric acid. So students, acetic acid therefore contains what? Low concentration, as it is less acidic. So the correct choice is low. Now students, the indicator which does not change color on the passage of HCl gas is, again we have three options: methyl orange, moist blue litmus and phenolphthalein. And students, we know that when we pass or when we say add phenolphthalein to an acidic solution, there is no color change. So in all other cases there will be color change, because blue litmus turns red, this methyl orange gives a color change, but only the phenolphthalein will remain colorless. So here the correct choice is phenolphthalein. Now student, there was a question in ICSE 2020 which is differentiate between acetic acid and differentiate between acid and alkali. So student, what is the difference, basic difference between acid and alkali? Student, acid is a substance which dissociates, say, in water to give hydronium ion as the only cation. And what is an alkali? An alkali is a substance which dissociates in water to give hydroxyl ion as the only negatively charged ion. So this is the basic difference. So students, these were the questions from 2020, that is this year's ICSE paper. Now students, I have some questions from 2019 ICSE paper also. Now the first question was again fill up the blanks type. When sodium chloride is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid below 200 degrees Celsius, one of the products is. So students, see, we know that sodium chloride when reacts with sulfuric acid below 200 degrees Celsius, now the hydrogens are partially replaced, so we get sodium hydrogen sulfate and HCl. So when sodium chloride is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid below 200 degrees Celsius, one of the products is, we'll consider this, because this reaction generally is used for preparation of HCl. So one of the products is sodium hydrogen sulfate. Now student, we have write balanced equation for now. Three statements are there. First, for the action of dilute sulfuric acid on sodium hydroxide. So this is a very easy question, students. We have to write a balanced equation for the action of dilute sulfuric acid on sodium hydroxide. So this is dilute sulfuric acid. Acid and base, they react. That means they undergo neutralization. So we get salt and water. Now students, we have to write a balanced equation. So this is the balanced equation. Now second was action of dilute sulfuric acid on zinc sulfide. Now students, this we have studied that metal sulfides react with dilute acid to give salt, zinc sulfate, and then a rotten H-like smell, H2S is liberated. Then we have third part. So we have to write balanced equation. For this, ammonium hydroxide is added to ferrous sulfate. And students, we have done this earlier, that when we add an alkali to ferrous salt, the ferrous ions, they get precipitated due to the formation of insoluble basic hydroxide, that is ferrous hydroxide, plus we get water soluble salt, ammonium sulfate. So this is the balanced equation. So this was our question number 2. Now students, we have one more. State one observation for each of the following. And first is concentrated nitric acid is reacted with sulfur. Now students, see. Concentrated nitric acid is reacted with sulfur. Students, this we have done when we were preparing sulfuric acid from sulfur. Now students, nitric acid we know is a very good what? Oxidizing agent. So it gives nitrogen dioxide, then it gives water and nascent oxygens. These oxygens then oxidize sulfur to give sulfur trioxide, but as soon as it is formed, it dissolves in water, giving sulfuric acid. So we'll add, but before adding, we'll make sure that oxygens are equal. So 3 oxygens and 3 oxygens, they cancel out. Now we have sulfur plus what? 6 HNO3 gives H2SO4 plus 6 NO2 plus 3. So we have only 2 H2O this side. Now students, the question was state one relevant observation. So student, in this reaction, the relevant observation is evolution of this NO2, which has a brown color. So you will write that during this reaction, brown fumes evolve. So your observation is brown fumes of NO2 are formed. Then lead nitrate is heated strongly in a test tube. Students, this we know that whenever nitrate of a metal which is less active is heated strongly, we get a basic metal oxide. So lead nitrate, TbNO3 twice. When we heat this, it gives lead oxide. So basic lead oxide plus there will be evolution of NO2 and oxygen. Now we'll balance this. We have 2, 4. Then we have how many oxygens? 2, 6, 12. 2, 8, 12. So this is, so again here the relevant observation is brown fumes of NO2 evolve. Now student, the fourth question from the 2019 exam was, give the appropriate term defined by the statement. And the statement is the substance that releases hydronium ion as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. So student, this is the definition of acid. So the answer to the question is acid, because acid is a substance which when dissolved in water gives hydronium ion as the only cation. students, the next question from the 2019 ICSE exam was the pH values of three acid solutions A, B and C are given in the table. So this is the table, students, and answer the following questions. Now students, see this table. We have three solutions A, B and C and their pH values are given. Since pH of solution A is greater than 7, so this is, students, a basic solution. This is acidic solution because pH is less than 7. So this is acidic solution, and a solution with pH 7, we know it is neutral. Now we'll answer these questions. Which solution will turn red litmus blue? So students, which solution turns red litmus blue? We know that basic solutions, they turn red litmus blue. So answer to the question, that is question 1, is A. Solution A. Now which solution will have no effect on litmus solution? So students, neutral solutions are not affected by litmus solution. So we have C. And which solution will liberate CO2 when reacted with sodium carbonate? Students, sodium carbonate will evolve CO2 on reaction with acid, say HCl. So students, the answer to the question 3 is acidic solution, that is B, because only acids liberate carbon dioxide from carbonates. Now students, the sixth question, name the particles present in strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte and non-electrolyte. Students, strong electrolytes are substances which undergo complete ionization. So the particles present in a solution of strong electrolyte are mainly ions. They are mainly ions. Weak electrolyte, students, are those substances which undergo ionization to a small extent only. That means the solution will contain ions as well as molecules. So the particles of this solution are ions and molecules. Now students, what are non-electrolytes? Students, non-electrolytes are those substances which do not undergo ionization in aqueous solutions. So that means the solution will contain only molecules. Only molecules. So student, this is a very important question, that solution of a strong electrolyte contains mainly ions, that of a weak electrolyte contains ions as well as molecules, and that of a non-electrolyte contains only molecules. So students, these were some questions from ICSE 2019 exam. Now students, will discuss the next topic or next part of the third unit, which is salts and preparations of salts. Students, so our next topic is now salts and their preparation. So this is the second part of unit 3. Now students, first of all, what is a salt? एक salt होता क्या है? So students, there are many definitions. First, I'll give you a definition which is based on the method by which salt is prepared. So students, first definition is that salt is a compound which is formed by partial or complete replacement, which is formed by partial or complete replacement of ionizable hydrogens, atoms of an acid by a metallic ion or what? Ammonium ion. So what is salt? Salt is a compound which is formed by partial or complete replacement of ionizable hydrogen atoms of an acid by a metallic ion. So hydrogen को replace करेगा कौन? या तो metallic ion या फिर कोई ammonium ion. Now students see, I have say a reaction. We have a base sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid. So this is a neutralization reaction, and we know that neutralization of acid by base produces salt and water. Now students see, here we have sulfuric acid which has how many hydrogens which can be replaced? 2, because basicity. But when amount of sodium hydroxide is say insufficient, only the partial displacement will take place. So out of 2 hydrogens, say only 1 is replaced by metallic ion. So students, this is a salt which is formed by what? Partial replacement. So this involves partial replacement of what? Hydrogens, because we have 2 hydrogens, but out of 2 only 1 is replaced. Or secondly, we can have this reaction where the amount of base required is sufficient to cause complete neutralization of sulfuric acid. So here what happens is both the hydrogens, they get replaced. So we get salt, sodium sulfate plus water. So this is also a salt. But students, see, in this process the partial replacement takes place, and here the complete replacement takes place. So what is salt, students? Salt is a compound which is formed by partial replacement. See, only 1 hydrogen is replaced, or by complete replacement. See, in this case both the hydrogens, they get replaced by what? By a metallic ion. See, here we have metallic ion, sodium. Here also we have metallic ion, sodium, replacing hydrogen atoms. Or we can have ammonium ion also. Ammonium ion bhi ho sakta hai. If we use ammonium hydroxide, then you will get ammonium hydrogen sulfate or ammonium sulfate. So any salt will have what? A metallic ion or say ammonium ion. And how it is formed? It is formed by complete or partial replacement of the ionizable hydrogens of acid by metallic ion or ammonium ion. So this was first definition. Now students, I'll give you one more example. See, I have acid H3PO4. Now H3PO4 is a tribasic acid, and it has how many hydrogens which are ionizable? 3. Suppose the partial replacement of only 1 hydrogen takes place. Students, in that case you will have this anion. H के जाने से ये होगा. अब इसको कौन replace करेगा? Now this can be replaced by what? Metallic ion or ammonium ion. Say if I take metallic ion sodium, then the salt formed would be what? It will be NaH2PO4. So this is salt. Now students, I can have replacement of 2 hydrogens. In that case, we will get HPO4 2 negative. And students, this will then what? Combine with metallic ion, say sodium, but here we require 2 sodium so as to balance this 2 negative. So it will be this. Now students, in third case, say all the hydrogens are replaced. Now the radical that we get is phosphate 3 negative, and again the hydrogens are say replaced by sodium ion, metallic ion. So the salt form would be Na3PO4. So these are the salts which are formed by partial replacements and complete replacement of ionizable hydrogens of acid by metallic ion. Now secondly, students, we can have ammonium ion also. So when ion replacing the hydrogen is ammonium ion, we get NH4 H2PO4. In this case, we'll get NH4 twice HPO4, and in this case we will have what, 3 ammonium ions. So we will have ammonium phosphate. So these are all salts, and how they are formed? They are formed by partial or complete replacement of ionizable hydrogens of acid by what? Metallic ion or ammonium ion. So student, this was our definition 1. Now student, second definition is that what is salt? So I have another definition. There are 3 definitions actually. Now in second definition we say that salt is an compound, is a ionic compound, say is an ionic compound formed by the combination of acid radical, or we say acidic radical, and basic radical, because every salt is formed by neutralization. So one of the radical will come from acid, the other radical will come from base. So we generally say salt is an ionic compound formed by the combination of acidic radical and basic radical. Now students, acidic radical is generally the cationic part of the salt, and anionic part. Acidic radical is anion, and basic radical is the cation part. For example, students, say we have salt sodium chloride. Now sodium chloride is a salt. Chemically it is sodium chloride, and it has 2 radicals. Now see, sodium chloride has 2 radicals, sodium and chloride. Now students, how sodium chloride is formed? See, sodium chloride is formed when sodium hydroxide and HCl react through neutralization reaction. So this is sodium chloride, so this is the salt. Now see carefully that this sodium comes from what? Sodium comes from base. So that is why we say sodium is basic radical. So cation is therefore called basic radical, and anion is acidic radical, because from where chloride is coming? Chloride is coming from what? Acid. So this chloride is called acidic radical. So students, according to this definition, every salt is actually an ionic compound which is formed by the combination of acidic and basic radical. Acidic radical is an ionic part, and basic radical is the cationic part of the salt. We can have other examples also. For example, say even if we have, say, salt sodium hydrogen sulfate, which is formed by complete replacement. Now students, see, this salt has 2 radicals, sodium and HSO4 negative. So this is cationic part, so we call it basic radical, and this part is anionic, so this comes from acid, so it is called acidic radical. So every salt is actually a combination of 2 radicals, acidic and basic radicals. Now student, we have third definition, and this definition is based on dissociation in water. Now students, according to third definition, so we have third definition now, salt is an ionic compound, which dissociates in water, that is aqueous solutions, to give a positive ion, other than H positive, and negative ion, other than what? Hydroxyl ion. So salt is an ionic compound which dissociates in water to give a positive ion other than H positive and a negative ion other than OH negative. For example, say again I am taking sodium chloride, and students, sodium chloride dissolves in water and dissociates to give what? Sodium and chloride ion. So sodium chloride is giving a cation, that is positive ion other than H positive, and a negative ion other than OH negative ion. So any such compound which dissociates in water to give a cation other than H positive and anion other than OH negative is called salt. So students, this was the definition of salt. Rather, we had 3 definitions. Now students, in next lecture I'll tell you how salts can be classified. That means in next video lecture we will discuss classification of salts. Thank you students.